What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we have some awesome information for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Red Dead Redemption 2 will officially launch on October 26th, so it's not coming spring 2018, it'll be coming October, which is more fallish 2018, but that's okay. This is a big game that has a lot of work that needs to be done, so if they need to take some extra time to get it right, let them get it right. So we've got some new screenshots as well for Red Dead Redemption 2, the Rockstar games. Let's go ahead and get into this short article here. Shout outs to Gumatsu for it. So Red Dead Redemption 2 will launch for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One only on October 26th. Rockstar has announced, no PC version confirmed at this point. Now the release date is a delay from the previously announced spring release window. According to Rockstar Games, it needed, quote, a little extra time for polish. So there you go. There's also some new screenshots, like I stated here, that you guys are going to be seeing. And for those who don't know, I actually like Red Dead Redemption. I've played every single game in the franchise. I like the one on the PS2. I like the one on the Xbox 360 and PS3. Red Dead Redemption, it's like one of those games where there's so many flaws, but there's so many good things about the game that it ends up being good. Red Dead Redemption on the, or I should say more like Red Dead in general, the franchise, there's been flaws going back all the way to the PS2 one. But in terms of like Red Dead Redemption on the Xbox 360 and PS3, that game was so flawed, like in terms of like glitchy bugs, things like that. But it was also really good in terms of what you can do. It was a Western game, and the height of the Western type of period kind of was already dead. I mean, I know in the PS2 era, there are a lot of different Western style games from the original Red Dead. You also had games like Gun, and there was other stuff out there as well that were doing the Western type of scene. And it was kind of big in the 6th generation. In the 7th generation, kind of died down a little bit, but Red Dead Redemption kind of came out of nowhere and was like, yo, this is actually really good. It had some innovative online play. It had a lot of cool different mechanics in the game, and the story was absolutely fantastic, like Rockstar games usually are. So I'm looking forward to this one here. Like I said, I did like the original Red Dead Redemption, and I plan on getting Red Dead Redemption 2 on the PS4 or Xbox One, probably the Xbox One version. And I think I'm gonna play it. I think I'm gonna play and like it quite a bit. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it day one. It might be one of those games I might have to postpone just depending on what's launching around that time, but I know eventually I'll get around to it, just like I did the Xbox 360 Red Dead Redemption, and I was absolutely floored by how good that game was. The ending was absolutely phenomenal. So what do you guys think about Red Dead Redemption 2 coming on October 26th for the PS4 and Xbox One? Are some of you guys gonna hold out hope for a PC version? I mean, I might just do that depending on how long it takes for the PC version to come, but I might just do that and just get the PC one, because that's probably gonna be the best version to play whenever it does get announced. But we just have no idea. They did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto, guys, so don't be surprised if we do see a PC version probably in 2019 or late 2018. We'll have to just wait and see on that one. So let me know what you guys think about Red Dead Redemption 2 in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the next article here, Sonic the Hedgehog, the first world exclusive look at what comes next, is set for SXSW 2018. So essentially the new Sonic game, or a game that has Sonic in it or something like that, is coming 2018, or at least the first look at it according to Sega. So a new Sonic game could be coming around the corner. So Sega will share a, quote, world exclusive first look at what comes next for Sonic the Hedgehog during the Gotta Go Fast, the official Sonic the Hedgehog panel at SXSW 2018 on March 16th at 3:30 p.m. CST. And here's the full description of the panel. We have speakers: Jason Hernandez from Sega of America, Tyson Heese, Aaron Weber from Sega of America, Austin Keys from Sega, Takahashi Iizuka from Sega of America as well. And the description of the panel that they're doing is this: Sonic is back and ready to take 2018 by storm. Join the official team from Sega who are building Sonic's future as they give you an update on the last year's strong performance of Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces, as well as a world exclusive first look at what comes next for the fastest blue hedgehog. So this is going to be very interesting to see what they announce. We've had a couple different things kind of pop up here and there, and I think a little bit of a, I wouldn't say coy, but a message from Aaron Weber that I thought that was kind of funny, but I'm not going to expand upon that. In terms of the rumor and potentially the racing game, I'm not even going to get into that because I already had multiple people tell me, oh, well, he said this. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just wait and see. But overall, I'm excited to see what comes of Sonic in 2018. 2017 was great, I guess. I mean, Sonic Forces, I have that on PC. Shoutouts to Master Aqua for the copy of that. And I've played a little bit of Sonic Mania. And, I mean, they're both good, but I want to actually see what else they're going to be doing with Sonic. And I think that at this point, this is probably the best position heading into the next year Sonic has been in a very long time. Probably since Generations on the Xbox 360 and all that, because the last few Sonic games have just not been good enough, and a lot of gamers out there have been like, man, like, okay, they're going to announce another Sonic game, it's probably going to be bad. So with Sonic Mania doing well and Sonic Forces getting mixed, but I guess better reviews than Sonic Boom. I think it got better reviews for the most part. And overall, yes, it's a better game. Sonic Forces is definitely a better game than Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric. But I think this is probably the best position Sonic's been in a while because of Sonic Mania, mainly because of Sonic Mania, and people love that. So we'll see what happens in 2018 in terms of what they do. So what do you guys think about this Sonic panel that's going down? What do you think they're going to announce there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving into a little bit of a preview of Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 on the Nintendo Switch. Over there on Nintendo World Report, Dan Koopman actually got a chance to play the games, and thankfully, he's reported that there are a number of good changes when it comes to the gameplay of the game. More importantly, the frame rate of it. Now, what he said here, and I'm paraphrasing here, guys, because there's a whole article. If you want to read up his whole write-up, you can do that there. But basically, he talks about the amiibo support and how you can kind of unlock stuff faster and all that. But then he also talks about the frame rate in terms of the dips and the gameplay flow. And he reported that both in Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2, that he saw pretty much no problems. Like, the performance was much better than what it was on the Wii U, and that it puts it in line in terms of Bayonetta 1, what you saw on the Xbox 360 and PC. And those were his words exactly, although I talked to him about that just a little bit because I've played Bayonetta 1 on the Xbox 360, PS3, Wii U, and PC. And of course, the PC version is the best version of Bayonetta that you can get. The Xbox 360 version and the Wii U version, it just depends. But the Xbox 360 version, he said that it's online with the PC, but it's not really. The Xbox 360 version has quite a number of dips, and I found through my playthroughs of the Xbox 360 version of Bayonetta 1 and the Wii U version of Bayonetta 1 that the Wii U version probably edges it out most of the time, but I'm not 100% sure because I don't have a digital foundry machine hooked up to when I play the whole time. But I felt that the Wii U version was a little bit better overall in terms of performance and frame rate, but there's no way that I can actually prove that. So basically what he's saying in this article here is that it's on par or it's just as good as what you'll be able to see maybe from the Xbox 360 or the PC. And I'm hoping it's more towards the PC line, which is pretty much a locked 4K 60 frames per second if you have a rig that can do it. But even on less powerful rigs, you can get 1080p 60 frames per second no problem at all. I mean, even on my rig that I have here with the GTX 960. So I'm hoping that it's definitely closer to like locked 60 frames per second, maybe 1080p resolution. That would be nice, but we have to wait and see for the final results here. It still could be 720p 60 with some dips. We just don't know, but I think that his playthrough in terms of Bayonetta 1, or as far as his play time more like it, was definitely positive, so you can check that out. And he also says that some of the hitches and issues with Bayonetta 2 when it came to frame rate, which most people can't really notice, but for those who can, that has been smoothed out in Bayonetta 2 on the Nintendo Switch. So it's actually looking pretty good here, guys, because the frame rates on both of these are looking better. It looks like they fixed those issues there. It might be locked for both of them, or it might be very close to being locked. And I think that they definitely make those upgrades. We've seen that in various other Nintendo Wii U to Switch games. They fixed the little hitching that was going on with the 59 frames per second in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. There's been other games that have came out where they've kind of fixed things up when it comes to it. So I think Nintendo's definitely going to do that going forward with a lot of their games. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, I would expect that game to have a more locked and solid frame rate as well. So what do you guys think about Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 in terms of them getting a bit of a performance boost on the Nintendo Switch? And there was a graphics comparison that was taken down. As of the time that I'm recording this video, it was taken down pretty quickly, but it looked like Bayonetta 1 on the Nintendo Switch was definitely looking better than Bayonetta 1 on the Wii U. So that's a positive there too. So what do you guys think overall about Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch? Will you be picking these titles up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving into the final article here and some good news for Resident Evil fans on the Nintendo Switch. So apparently Resident Evil Revelations sold 250,000 copies on the Nintendo Nintendo Switch, and that is the double pack, I guess, and the digital versions of the game. Pretty much everything combined sold 250,000 units on the Nintendo Switch. And during Capcom's Q3 financial briefing, the company released the first sales stats, Resident Evil Revelations Switch port, and shout outs to Nintendo Soup for the article here. So overall, Resident Evil Revelations sold 250,000 copies on the Nintendo Switch. This is 50% of the 500,000 copies sold across Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. Now, across all three platforms, 100,000 copies were sold in Japan, 270,000 copies in the rest of the world, and 130,000 copies via digital storefront. So this is definitely good to see that the Nintendo Switch version of Resident Evil Revelations took 50% of the sales with nowhere near 50% of the install base when it comes to the PS4 and Xbox One combined. This is a very big win for basically Nintendo fans out there, because it shows that we will go out there and buy Resident Evil. We will go out there and buy Capcom's titles if they provide them to us. And I would expect games like Mega Man 11, the Mega Man collections and all that to have big sales on the Nintendo Switch as well. I think the portability aspect and just being able to play Resident Evil, which has always had a heart in Nintendo fans out there in terms of some of the best Resident Evil games ever are on Nintendo systems or launched first on there, like Resident Evil 4, for example. I think this definitely bodes well, and I'm hoping that we get Resident Evil 5 on the Nintendo Switch and Resident Evil 4. I want those games. I also would like the Resident Evil 2 remake. Those are my three most wanted Resident Evil games. The new remake that's coming out in addition to Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 4, but I really want Resident Evil 5 because I want to put some co-op with you guys out there, and I love Resident Evil 5. I think it's really good. So what do you guys think about the sales here when it comes to Resident Evil Revelations? I know I have my copy of the game. I played it quite a bit. It's a fantastic game. It's really good ports on the Nintendo Switch, and being able to take that type of game anywhere that you want is cool. Plus the exclusive content on there as well, those little mini games that you can do. The motion controls are good. The IR aiming, everything in there is tuned very well for the Nintendo Switch, and it reflects in these sales results, and it pretty much already hit what Capcom wanted. I know they said they wanted to sell around 200 to 300,000 copies of Resident Evil Revelations on the Nintendo Switch, and they already hit that there in what, a month or so? I mean, it didn't take them very long in order to get those. It looks like these sales numbers are till the end of December or till early January or something like that, but either way, Resident Evil Revelations launched at the end of November, so selling 250,000 copies that quickly for ports, very good on that end. And I would think that this can lead to more ports, of course, because they're always going to get more ports, but also the Resident Evil 2 remake coming to Nintendo Switch as well. So what do you guys think about these sales numbers here? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page. Consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.